Today we're going to show you how I plant watermelon seeds to transplant later out here in the Pacific Northwest. I'm going to be using seeds that I saved from last year. And here we go. I'm going to open these up and I'm going to show you some very basic things. But not everyone knows these very basic things. Number one, you want to select the biggest and best looking seed available. Definitely have a bunch of really good choices here. So I'm just going to grab this one. And you want to plant it pointing down with the curved side up because that's the leaf. Root goes down and it pops up. And we're going to want to go about an inch deep. I did fill this cup very, very full. And boom. Put it on there like that. You want to water it in. You don't want to put too much water in, but you absolutely want to put some water in there. That way you can signal to the seed that it needs to be growing. Now I'm going to do off camera, I'm going to do the same thing for this. And when you see this again, you're going to see plants popping up out of both cups. We are outside with the germinated seeds that we planted from the seeds that I saved from last year. And coming up next, you'll see more progress. Today we are going to transplant this watermelon plant, Bush Sugar Baby, into this right here. I've got this garden dome, or a clutch, I believe it's called, to help warm up the soil because the overnight temps lately, including later tonight and the next few nights, it's gonna be a little cooler than it should be when you transplant something like this. However, it's kind of outgrowing this container and we're gonna let it rip. As you can see, we've got a variety of herbs including mint, sage, and thyme. These are good to help with pollination as well as pest control. This year we're only going to plant one seedling. Last year we planted 3, and I think given one plant and this much soil, we may have similar production to what we got last year, which were 3 total watermelon. We are going to see how that goes this year. Part of the fun of gardening is experimentation, and that is what we're going to be doing right here this year. The first thing I did was dig a hole about the same size as the container that the seedling is growing in, a little bit more actually. And next we're going to put all the goodies in there, the berry tone, the worm castings, the azomite, all those nutrients that the plant really needs to maximize its potential. The soil in the hole felt a little bit cooler down there, so I am dropping in a little bit of warmer water to warm it up from the center. Also need to add some of that hydration in there anyhow to make sure that the roots take. You do not want to have dry roots when you transplant anything, whether it be tomatoes, peppers, watermelon. It doesn't really matter. You want to have enough energy in there, hydration, all that stuff to ensure that the plant takes. You want it to take because if it doesn't, it's going to die. Speaking of roots, I use Vermistera Vitality to help with all my transplants. It reduces transplant shock, also has rooting hormone in it, natural organic rooting hormone, so no chemical stuff needed, and it has worked very, very well for me. And growing stuff indoors in difficult conditions with limited soil, all that stuff, and outside as well so far this season, I can't recommend that enough. I'll have links in the description for everything. Now we're gonna put some of the worm castings, the fertilizer, the berry tone, and I've got some chicken manure over there in the unlabeled bag. Berry tone's great because it's got a little soil acidifier in it, and watermelon likes it just a touch acidic, so don't use too much. And I'm gonna add some chicken manure next. So this is what the chicken manure looks like, the palletized chicken manure. Just drop that in there, spin it around a little bit. You can get it really cheap at Tractor Supply for a big old bag. That's why I moved it into this other bag, because it's not very practical to be carting around. I think it's a 25-pound bag. If it's not 25 pounds, it's a 20-pound bag. Anyhow, for a porch garden like mine. Let's do a quick pan to see where we're at this year. Strawberries are popping. Some of these herbs are popping. The peas are popping. Got a bunch of seedlings back there, and just up potted some peppers and tomatoes. So we're in the early stages. Got some sweet alyssum there. The sage, I didn't even know it could bloom, and it is beautiful. The pollinators love it. And back to our watermelon here. I'm gonna mix this in and then probably add a little bit more worm castings, and then we're gonna let it rip. One thing I forgot to mention, and frankly I forgot when I was digging the hole, I dug the hole way too deep earlier. I filled it in a little bit, and that will actually help with soil temp as well, because the deeper I got in there, the cooler it was. And watermelon love warmth, heat. Not roasting crazy heat, especially at this stage, but certainly they do not like to get their feet cold. So what we're gonna do is go about a third down in this fabric grow bag, and then we're gonna do kind of a hill around it. I may need to add extra soil, or I may not. We will see what happens coming up next. So my favorite thing about these little seed trays is I can push up just a little bit and it pops right out, and it makes it so it's very gentle, even on plants that have a very delicate taproot. I think that's part of the reason that all 3 of my watermelon plants succeeded. I expected at least one to die based on what I read online, but that just didn't happen. So we're gonna see if we can be 1 for 1 with the success on this year. This is a look at the plant. Luckily, it's not as root bound as I expected it to be, but we're still gonna go ahead and plant it, and I'll show you the result of that coming up next. So I've got it centered about as well as I can inside this fabric grow bag, and I'm just gonna gently fill this in right here. And again, emphasis on gentle. And it does look like I'm probably gonna need just a little more soil to make the mound. So I'm gonna gather that up, and we're gonna be coming back next. This is what we look like in the ground. It's in the middle of the grow bag, and I've got a mild little ridge here. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy, but it is more of a little mound ridge than last year. The other difference compared to this year and last year was this is 1 watermelon. We're also a week earlier, and this last year it would have been nice to have an extra week of really nice hot weather. So I'm hoping that this is going to turn out great. I will post no matter what happens in the near future. Like, comment, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.